The RV Show USA is brought to you by Rockwood, building better RVs, making smarter RVers. And welcome, everybody. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, with the country's most listened to and most talked about show on radio and social media about the RV lifestyle, because we talk about the good, the sometimes not so good, and the occasional downright bad parts of RVing. But today, it is all good, really, really good, especially for our listeners and viewers in South Texas. To tell us what's going on is our favorite RV dealer in the Lone Star State, our buddy from RV Station, Mr. Cannon Combs. So what you got going on?
Man, we got it cooking down in the Rio Grande Valley. We're having our grand opening for the brand new location in Donna, Texas. Started a couple days ago. We're running it all the way through Saturday, and we are excited, and things are popping.
Now, you know, people are going to listen to this interview from all over the country. The Rio Grande Valley, folks, is a hotbed for winter Texans, and most of y'all probably know that, but tens of thousands of people from all over the country come down to deep South Texas to enjoy the friendly people, the great economy, the abundant number of campgrounds, and good food. I mean, the weather's great. Everything's great down in South Texas. And it's going to be really great this weekend over at RV Station. No, it's not really is it a grand opening, or it's a, tell me about that, because I think you've got a.
No, it is. It's our great. So we've been down there for quite a while. We opened that store in 2013 at the start of the year, but we just kind of graduated into a bigger space. We have a much bigger building, a lot more comfortable for our customers. Everything around McAllen and Donna in the Rio Grande Valley, I mean, if you haven't been down there lately, it is literally crazy. I mean, it looks like Houston now.
Wow.
I mean, you're driving around, you got BMW dealers, Mercedes dealers. I mean, that's a booming economy. And, of course, our beloved winter Texans from all over the world, you know, head down from Minnesota, the northern states to get warm. So, yeah, for our new building, we got a giant indoor space now with a lot more offices. We extended our service. We just kind of grew the lot into our sales, and we're super excited, man. We got all kinds of awesome stuff going on. We got huge sales on all of our products. We've got
what kind of brands have you got down there, Cannon?
I mean, I have the best brands. I've got Jayco across the board. I've got Montana. I've got Cougar. We carry pretty much all the top brands. I mean, there's some brands we can't get down there, but those are the mainstay brands in the industry, as you know, and we do real well with them.
For our listeners who you're not familiar yet with RV Station, Cannon, talk to us about your philosophy on where you have your stores, and why do you have them there? I lose you?
Can you hear me?
I got you now. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we like to locate them outside of the A markets. There's a you know, we got one store in beautiful Katy to kind of compete with the big dogs and get some presence there. But most of our stores are in B and C markets, you know, an hour away from the big cities. So the overhead is a lot less. You know, we don't have the overhead of the big city dealers, so we can save the customer a lot of money by traveling just a little bit, and that's our philosophy. And you know, as you know, and everybody knows that listens to the show, we love to focus on service after the sale.
You do such a great job of it. You know, how are you able to compete? Because you not only compete, but you beat the big boys that spend gobs of money on national advertising with sports and all different kinds of activities. They get a lot of publicity, but y'all still beat them. How can you compete with those people? What's your philosophy on that?
Our philosophy is word of mouth is the biggest thing. You know, if you service the customer, you treat the customer like you want to be treated. You know, my whole life I was kind of that was ingrained in my head. Look, just treat people like you want to be treated. And so when a customer comes to us and they buy an RV and they have issues, you know, we're going to take care of them. There's a lot of dealers out there that I don't think they maliciously try to ignore. I think sometimes they're just understaffed and overwhelmed. And we make sure we do whatever we can to take care of every single customer. You know, our big motto now is 5-star service across the board, and that's everything. And I mean, we even offer free advice. If you are looking at somewhere that's not close to us and you need some information, And by the way, people really took this to heart. We literally get a ton of calls saying, hey, I was going to buy this, and what do you think about this trade, and what do you think about this deal? And we'll give the advice. Obviously, we want that customer to come to us at some point, but, just by treating people the right way and making sure we service them after the sale and give them that 5-star service that we want to give to everybody, that's really been a huge reason for our growth.
Service. And a lot of people don't realize it until after they've signed on the dotted line. Then they realize how important the dealer relationship really is. And that's why the repeat RV buyer, the person who's bought RVs before, is always looking for an RV station to be treated right. Hopefully the first-time buyer will recognize that too. Now, I know that we were just out of the gate so far in 2020, and I'm hearing reports that things are pretty good, but overall things are in some markets are not doing so well. How is RV Station doing with interest and activity so far? I know it's early.
We're excited with what we're seeing. I mean, I've been through 5 presidential elections, and I've never been through a good presidential election year. So I am shocked at the numbers I'm seeing. Again, last year we outgrew the market. The market was down in the state, and we were actually up double digits. But I think what's happening is more and more people are talking in the parks about us taking care of them, and more people are coming to us because I've got a couple stores that are doing very well right now. There are some spotty areas. There's some places in Texas that are a little bit slower, but I think it's actually going to pick up. I hear some negative stuff, but we're just not seeing it yet.
Are any activities going on at your other locations in Texas this weekend, or is just in Donna? It's the big deal, or is
we're kind of focusing on the Donna grand opening. I mean, we're obviously open at every location this weekend, and we are having kind of a fall breakover blowout sale of 19 models and some of the 20s at every location. We are doing that, but we're not having any more grand openings.
All right. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Waco's coming, though. As I think I told you that, but Waco's coming soon.
Yeah.
Waco opened November 1st. It's really catching some traction right now. We're the full-line Jayco dealer in Waco. We're selling Montanas, and it's really starting to pick up, and I think we're going to shoot for a grand opening around the month of March.
Oh, awesome. That's right around the corner. Oh, all right. So listen, we received a voicemail a few days ago from a guy that he actually mentioned RV Station by name. And I just want to, I thought it was a great call, great question. I want to play it for you and then get your take on it. Can we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Shemaiah, go ahead and hit it.
Hi, Alan. This is Gus calling from Florida. I love your radio show and the education I've gotten over the past 6 months. So I feel comfortable that I've done my homework and I'm ready to buy, but I have a dilemma, and I wondered what the manufacturer's thought was on it. And there are 2 local dealers within 100 miles of me that have horrible online ratings and reviews, and I called and they said they will not service any RVs that are not purchased there. And so I was wondering, if I purchased a unit from anybody, how would I ever get it serviced? And I certainly wouldn't want to purchase from them. But I found the exact model RV that I want at RV Station in Texas and also at Haylitz in Michigan. And both of them are 2 days away drive for me, and they both have no hidden fees and excellent reviews. And so, what would I do about any warranty or service issues while the RV's under warranty? It's kind of a big dilemma because, like I said, the dealerships around here said they wouldn't service any RV that wasn't purchased from them, and they have the exclusive franchise for the brand, 2 of the places within 100 miles of me. So, I was just wondering, what is the manufacturer's, take on that? So anyway, I love the show once again, and thanks for all that you do.
All right, so I hate to put you on the spot like that, Cannon, but this guy's in Florida and he wants to buy an RV from you. Do you? And I mean, personally, I think I'd take the money, but I'm not in the RV business like you are. So,
unfortunately, I didn't hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear the phone call?
I don't know what happened. I didn't hear the message. Do you want to summarize it for me?
Yeah, this a guy named Gus called from Florida. He wants to buy he didn't say what kind of RV, a brand of RV, something that you have at RV Station. He says that there's two dealers within like 100 miles of him in Florida, but both of them have horrible reviews online. He doesn't want to do business with them. There's a dealership up in Michigan that he likes called Haylett RV, and they're good guys too, RV Station. But he's afraid of the service aspect. If something needs to be done because the dealers near him say, go ahead, buy it from somebody else. I'm not going to work on it. So what does somebody like that do, Cannon?
I encourage people to kind of go to their local dealers first, just because the OEs, every manufacturer wants us to service anything that people bring to us. But ultimately, the dealer controls their scheduling, right? Mm-hmm. So, Alan, you go buy something in Florida, and you live in College Station or live in Donna or one of my locations, and you bring it to me, and you want to get it serviced, and I say, okay, well, I'm going to service it in December of 2021. Huh. So now, unfortunately, there are dealers that do that. We look at it like, look, we focus on service first. So if we lose the deal, we feel like, look, you got a better deal, so we'll service it. But there are dealers out there that won't, and so I highly encourage people to go to the local dealer, try to get the best price there.
But what if they've got terrible reviews, Cannon? They got terrible. If so many dealers have awful reviews, and I don't know. I read so many of them. I think I can tell the real ones from the fake ones. And there's some really bad reviews. And you're telling me to buy an RV?
Here's the thing. If you're handy and you can fix something, you want to buy from a dealer. But look, he lives in Florida. I mean, of course I want him to come to Texas and buy something, but I mean, does the guy going to get in his truck and pull the trailer to Texas every time he needs something fixed? So,
right.
That's you want. It's unfortunate that you do see dealers with reviews like that, but again, I mean, I'm sure it's a high volume dealer. What happens is those guys have a real hard time focusing on service, or they just don't do it. And I don't know what the answer is, but I mean, of course, you could tell him to come to us. We'll give him a great deal, as good as any, as you know, and I'll service it when he's around any of my 8 locations. It's one of the things that people buy from us around in Texas because they love that we have locations everywhere and they can pop in for service. But Florida's kind of a long way, Alan.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of a long way to go to the RV dealer to get it. All right, so hey, yeah. I don't want to go negative at all, but I think there's a positive way of talking about this. What are your thoughts on the first-time buyer and the importance of choosing the right dealer the first time, right out of the gate?
I mean, that's so big, and that's where these bigger branded dealers are getting a lot of the newbies. And that's the big thing we're trying to do with RV education is educate people. It's so important because a lot of these people that have no education or know anything about RVs, know nothing. They've been in tents or they haven't even been camping. They get online and they want to buy a camper and they see these big brands that they see out there and, they get sucked into it and they go to the big dealer and they buy a coach without knowing much about it. What I would encourage people to do is get online and do exactly what you just said. Read reviews, but get more educated on what to buy. That's the big thing. Don't go in and just buy a number, a price. If you can afford $150 a month, I would say do the best education or do the best research you can do to figure out what is the best trailer for that. And how you do that is going to blogs and see what brands are good. Most RV brands are getting better. They are. It's kind of like the old Kia and Hyundai. They're getting better. But there's still a lot of them out there that struggle.
Well, and let me jump in here, and a negative experience. One of my concerns is that RVing, I love it. I think it's one of the greatest things a family can do and people can do to make memories and bond. There's so many good things about it. However, if a newbie comes in and they get rolled, I call it being rolled. They buy a price. They have a terrible after the sale service experience. They're buried in a loan. they go sour on RVing, and if they sell their RV, they may never buy another one again. That's not good for our industry. So the service after the sale is so critically important, because then people, they love their RV. They'll sell it every 3 or 4 years and buy another one, and that's what the industry needs. That's what dealers want. That's what we want. But we don't want to be burned. And some of these people, right out of the gate, if they get burned the first timer, I'm afraid we're going to lose them for good as an industry.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's happening, and it is happening. And so the big thing is to push education on all these, because, Gen X, Gen Y, millennials are coming out of the woodworks and buying RVs. Our buyers are getting younger and younger, and they have to be educated. Educate yourself. If you're listening to the show, get online, read about certain products. Pretty much you can pull up. So if you go shopping and you see a brand that you like, before you buy that thing, go home and do all the research on that brand. Just put that brand into your Google search, look up reviews, look up blogs. You'll see things. And really, the better brands, they always kind of go to the top in all research. That's what I know.
And Cannon, you're such a great leader. You've got so many good people. I was reading a book recently about something that I'd never heard of. They called it a helper's high. And it was sort of like runners. Runners get the endorphins to kick in. They get high. It's this feeling of euphoria. And they say that a helper's high, that when people volunteer, when they help other people, the high they feel inside of them, it's literally a chemical that is released in the brain that makes you feel good. And I think that I see that. It's like a helper's high at RV Station. The people that work there, they love it. And that kind of generates the next high. And there's a spirit of teamwork, whether it's a salesperson or the person that answers the phone or the guy back in service. They're all happy and they love what they're doing. And so, when I heard the helper's high, I immediately thought of you and your team. I'm telling you.
It's contagious.
It is.
Without a doubt. Now, I would say that I've got great leaders that work on my team that are far better leaders than me. They're phenomenal, and they are the glue that keeps this company together. But that's exactly what we want. We want to be infectious. We want, when you come in the door, for you to feel like you're on cloud 9 from the minute you get there to the minute you leave. We're not.
And when you come back and need service work.
Exactly. Very, very, very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up. So what am I going to see if I come down to the Donna store this weekend? I'm going to see lots of people having fun, I guess.
Let me tell you something. You're going to see some magnificent performers. You're going to eat all the free hot dogs and popcorn you can have. In fact, I want to get you in the hot dog eating contest. There's not one, but if you come down, I'm going to have one for you. I may have one with you. I think my limit's about 1.5.
Oh, I can do better than that, Mr. Combs.
There's a lot of music, karaoke. We got Chris Marshall, Leslie Blasting. Pelican West is going to be on there on Saturday. That's actually a great local band.
Really?
We got a lot of good music, a lot of fun, a lot of popsicles for the kids. Come out and see us, save a bunch of money. It's going to be awesome.
That'll be fun.
And I hope you come.
All right. Well, I would love to. I can't give you a yay or nay yet, but I will definitely give you a maybe, and I'll let you know. But I wish you the very best, okay? And I know that wherever Cannon Combs is, everybody's going to have a good time.
I appreciate you.
All right,
Thank you, guys.
We'll talk to you later. All right, so that's Cannon Combs. Check him out, rvstation.com. If you're down in South Texas, go to the little town of Donna, Texas, which is between, Brownsville and Harlingen, about halfway in between, and check out their brand new store. He's a super guy, and I promise you, once you meet Cannon and his team, you'll have a hard time finding anyone better in the RV business. So if you're looking for something fun to do, and Donna, Texas isn't too far away, go down to RV Station. Tell them the RV Wingman sent you. Remember, too, that RV Station has 8 great locations in Texas, so wherever you are in the Lone Star State, there's likely an RV station close to you. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for being with us. Until next time, I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, reminding you, be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. So long, everybody.